Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's ItsAbeeyola here. Today I've got for you another crochet. Yeah, so today we're doing Crochet Butterfly Locs. This hair was gifted to me by Bileaf hair, and I think this tutorial is something that you need to watch if you are considering doing the crochet method with the butterfly locks. Alright, so I am doing a diamond style base. This is a base I've been doing for quite a while now. I like it because I saw it first on Beauty Can Braid. I just like that it's a bit different from going straight back. If you are a beginner, please just do it going straight back. This is just being extra. I'm just being extra right now. So yes, as a beginner, I'll just go straight back. The reason I like this is I just feel like it gives like more of a movement to the eyes when the braids are kind of, you know, in between, like when you're looking in between the braids, it just gives more of a movement as opposed to just straight lines. So that's the only reason why I like them. But I promise the next one I do, I will do straight lines going back. All right, so yes, I did diamond shapes, but I am only braiding going straight back. It looks like it's curving, but it's really just going straight back. Okay. These were actually smaller than I was trying to have them. So I would next time do bigger, like a bigger base. And as we go into the tutorial, you'll kind of see why it's really important to do your base quite big. And with this hair that I'm using, if I was to do it again, I would do my base bigger and I would also do my base looser. But you'll see in a moment. All right, so all I'm doing is just filling that middle part that's going down. I am doing an upside down. No, I'm doing another triangle. So just, you know, you just want it to be a triangle pointing downwards at the bottom, and then the next row would be a triangle pointing upwards. So it sort of creates this diamond style shape hairdo. And I'm only braiding going back. All right, so with our natural hair, what we did was she just washed it and it's blown out. Try to be careful with your edges because, you know, our edges are super sensitive. And always start with clean hair. Make sure you wash your hair nicely and have it deep conditioned and all that good stuff, and moisturize before you do any sort of protective styling. I am doing this just going halfway because the back will just be going straight back. This is just easier. Okay, so in a moment I'm going to show you what, like, the idea of what I was trying to get at, and if you are doing this method, how yours should sort of look. Hopefully yours look even better than this. But yeah, so this is what we have at the end. And we're doing a side parting, so I've got singles just on the parting. So I think I have about 4 single braids. Okay, now at the back, we'll be going straight back. If you watched my last tutorial that I did with crochet, I did crochet crochet passion twists. I did the front all nice and I did the middle kind of big. And the difficulty with that is you have to like really strategically place the hair so you cover the braids nicely. Doing it this method saves you from doing that because you have a path to follow. Your cornrows are almost like a track that you put your hair on. So I suggest, you know, putting in a bit more time and doing it neatly and doing your back, going straight back and just smaller braids. So this way you can crochet on a track. You can make it slightly bigger and you can add hair extensions if you choose to as well. We weren't going to keep this for very long, so that's why we're just doing our natural hair. And she's got quite a lot of hair as well. Okay, so I did not do this. I do suggest having one cornrow at the back. I don't know why I didn't do that. I always do it usually because it starts to get a little bit tight when you don't do that. She said it wasn't as tight, but I would prefer to have done one cornrow going straight across. Okay, so for all the loose ends, when you do a cornrow, I try to pin it to the next cornrow going down. So like that, pick it up and just continue cornrowing going down. Pick it up There we go. Then now just fell out. And that's what you do. So that way you don't have lots of little ends pieces to deal with at the end. And you just have one to deal with. Okay, so this hair, again, this was a gift gifted to me by Bileaf hair. I've worked with them in the past, and usually I like their hair. This, I don't know if it's just the concept of how, butterfly locks are, but the part you're crocheting into the hair was super thick, and I just did not enjoy that. I'm going to show you, and I deliberately left some footage showing just kind of like the struggle when we were doing this hair. If I was to do this again, if you have this hair and you're trying to do this, I would say definitely have your base bigger, your cornrows maybe a little bit looser, and yeah, so you don't kind of have the same struggles we did. So this is how thick, look at how thick what you're cornrowing in, or what you're crocheting into it. So of course, pull your crochet pin in, open the latch. Put your latch, hook, pin, needle. That's what it's called. It's not a crochet needle. It's a latch hook needle. So you have to make sure it's open, put the hair in, pull it out. Okay. So again, look at how thick that is. And then, because this hair is also, it's not just thick, it's also bumpy. So you kind of have to, maneuver with that. So let's go through it properly. Let's do one properly together. So it doesn't matter what way you put your crochet pin in, whether it's at the top, just make sure it's in, the latch is open, put the hair on top, close your latch and pull it through. And then you're going to put the hair through, and that's it. Yeah, so some of them gets really bumpy, but yeah. I don't know if you can see what I mean by like the movement in between the hair. Like it's not just straight lines. I just feel like it just looks like it's more like braided. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. So this is where we had some struggles when we're doing like the front of the hairline. Because it was so thick, we had to be really careful, really gentle when pulling it through. So I suggest you do that as well. Again, make your base a lot bigger than what we did. I think big squares would probably have been perfect for this sort of style, or doing singles all around the head. So I want to just leave this footage in just to show you, some struggles that we had, like pulling it through. Some locks took a bit longer than others because of those bumps in between that gives it that butterfly effect. Another thing as well you should know about this hair, it is not your softest, like it's not really soft. If you've watched my crochet passion twist hair that I did last, that was really soft, like so soft, so squishy. This is a matte, so just kind of heads up, and so you know that this is not your squishy, very, very soft locks, okay? All right, so now we're doing the parting space, and just how you've done with the regular, put your large needle through. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but all I did is just pulled it through, and now I'm just gonna put the hair through the loop. Okay, and then when we are done with that, we're gonna pull the hair through the lock. So put your large needle through the butterfly lock, and then you're going to pull the hair through to just hide the hair. Do you have to do the singles? You don't have to do the singles if you don't want to. I guess if I was to do this again, I probably wouldn't do the singles just because it wasn't really needed. But yeah, it looked cute. It looked cute. Close your latch and then pull it through. So how this hair is, it's got like a different texture inside, and then it's got like more of a silkier texture hair wrapping around this coarser texture hair. So you're trying to just find a space between that coarse texture and the silky texture, and then that's where you're putting your hair through. So I just braided like an inch or 2 inches, and then I left the ends out. You can twist it, you can braid it all the way through. Just, it really doesn't matter. So yes, like I said, I don't know if you can see like the coarser texture underneath popping out, and then you can see it's wrapped. If you look closely, you should be able to see that. But that's how the hair is created. Okay, so that's how it's looking so far. I thought it looked quite nice. A friend liked it anyways. So this is it. This is our final look. I'm gonna do a little 360 for you guys. All right. So again, let me show you. I wanted you to kind of see how like how it feels. You see, it's not soft hair. It will feel like thick. Sorry about that, guys. It will feel, you know, quite heavy, quite not heavy, but quite stiff. That's the word. Like it's stiff. I think after a while it starts to soften up, but just so you know, it's not going to be your soft hair. I really like side parting, so I was like, oh, let's try side parting. So that's it from me. I hope this kind of gives you some insight and helps you with your decision making when it comes to getting crochet butterfly locks. That's it for this video. To my next one. Bye bye.